Hello guys, welcome back along to my channel. It is Sunshine Lorena and this is going to be my 2024 goals. So guys, it's actually the 5th of January and I'm only just filming my goals video. Now I've had these written down for a little while. It's just I finally got around to actually filming it because I didn't come back until the 3rd at night. So, you know, there was no time. It is actually a nice sunny day. I am taking advantage of some lunchtime filming because lighting is great. So I'm going to be taking you through my reading goals, which is going to be the vast majority of this video, plus a little bit of channel goals, a little bit of social goals, and maybe very briefly a couple of life goals, but that's kind of the sum of it. That's enough rambling on from me. I am just going to get straight to it, and let me know below if you have similar goals to me as well. Leave a comment, it always helps. Hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any more content from me, guys. So yeah, let's just get into it. Goal number 1, the amount of books that I want to read this year, 52 books. Now if you have been around following my videos for the last few years, this is pretty much standard for me. I always stick to 52 because it is an achievable number for me. So over the last few years I have gone above and beyond this number, but a book a week is very reasonable, I find, as a goal to read. This is especially important this year because I am studying for a qualification through my work. The exam is in June, so this first half of the year I'm gonna lose a lot of reading time than what I normally have. So yes, it's going to be interesting to see my actual number at the end of the year. 2023 I ended on 100 exactly. So happy because I was so close to that number. I was like, okay, December, we need to do it, because I'm there. But yes, it's going to be really interesting to see what I will actually end the year on, and like the format of my reading as well, because last year I did go into a lot more audiobooks. Speaking of which, guys, I use Storygraph. I will leave my handle here. Go and follow me. I recommend that you join. This year they've had a ton of people join. They were down for a little bit period of time because they had to kind of fix things. There's only 3 employees, guys, so honestly the amount of downtime was very little and they did a great job getting it back online. Go support them. The graphs are amazing, the wrap-ups, it is such a great platform and I feel like more people should use it. It's way better than Goodreads. I still use Goodreads, guys, because everyone does, but like Storygraph, you can import your Goodreads information so you're not starting from scratch. But anyway, there's a small plug for Storygraph. But what they have is they had the pages goal last year and then they added in the start of 2023 hours goal, which is why I started this rambling on about this stuff. So first of all, pages goal this year I am doing 10,000. Last year I did like 20,000. It was extremely ambitious and stupid of me to do that number. I did not achieve it, guys. I was like a good 6,000 pages off, which is a reasonable chunk. 10,000 should be a lot more manageable. Also, like I said, I'm expecting my reading to be less this year. In terms of hours goal, last year I set it randomly at I feel like 100, 150. I had no idea. And last year was a very unprecedented audiobook reading year, and I feel like I'm going to continue that into 2024. Especially with the less reading time, I can fit audiobooks into my life a lot easier than sitting down and actually reading. So my hours goal is going to be 300. Considering that a lot of audiobooks are at least 10 hours, it seems like a very achievable, that's not even a word, guys. A very achievable number. And yeah, so those are kind of pages goals, etc. The actual goals for reading and stuff. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty of the other aspects of reading. In terms of my physical TBR, if you watched, I have a video on my channel of all the physical books on my TBR. Go check it out if you're interested to see what those are. I have 95, guys. I didn't buy or get any books over Christmas, amazing. So it stayed at 95. I want to get this number down to 85, which 10 physical books, I hear you say, that seems really achievable. However, my physical reading last year wasn't the best, first of all. I'm actually going to quickly check and let you know overall how many physical books I read, because Storygraph breaks down format, guys. Another reason why to, use them. So let's see, physical, where are we? Print was 14% and I only read 14. It was a really bad physical reading year. So 10 is hopefully a reasonable number and I can do it because I do have, and the video still needs to be filmed, but I'm going to be bringing out my 24 and 24 guys. I have at least 8 books in that list. I have done well this year at splitting how the formats. So, you know, it's not too out of this world, 10 guys. It's not too out of this world. Hopefully it's achievable. But yeah, 14% guys. I was 51% audiobooks last year. Wow, it was the year of the audiobooks. Anyway, the second part of that goal is to balance the books. So if you so Drinking by My Shelf, she hasn't posted, I think she posted one video really recently, but she was kind of off booktube for months and months. I think she was kind of stopping it, so I'd need to check that out to see, is she back, is she not? But anyway, she did balancing the books, and Victoria, from what Victoria reads, also has started doing balance of the books. Just a quick, like, this is how many books came in and this is how many extra read off my TBR, and kind of like each month, I'm talking physical books because ebooks, guys, I can't do it. I don't even know the number of ebooks I have to read. My Kindle number is not accurate because I let my mum use my account as well, so she's read some that I haven't, etc. So the number isn't accurate. We're not going there because that is asking for trouble. But anyway, so the amount of physical books that come in and I read need to be equal. If they're not, I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. Let me know if you have any ideas. Leave that below, let me know. So yes, I want to try and kind of just keep that number balanced each month, but overall at the end of the year I want it to be 85. If it's lower than that, that would be amazing, guys, but 85, okay? 85, we're doing it. The exception, quickly, to that is, if you watch my launching of my new TBR game, you'll see that I have a reward system, and at the end of the year I'm going to have money to spend on a book haul from that. So that is the exception, because obviously that will bump the numbers at the end of the year, but that's not going to be included in this goal because that would be ridiculous, guys. Okay, my next goal is to be able to vote in at least 2 categories in the Goodreads Awards. Last year my goal was 1 and I ended up voting at the end in 3, guys. The very end, snuck one in there, voted in romance, thrillers, obviously because I love thrillers, and also memoirs because I just had a really big memoir year. So yes, this year I'm going to aim for at least 2 categories. I know they are like a popularity contest, but it's fun. I like being able to vote in it and have my say and opinion. Just to explain what I mean by vote in at least 2 categories, I need to read at least 2 books in that category to vote, because then I can at least look at both books and be like, this one is much better than that one, you know? So yeah. Then my next goal is to read at least 70% of my 24 and 24 guys. Last year I set it at 85%, and we're not even going to speak about the overall number because it was awful, guys. 70% seems a lot more reasonable, and also, like I said, you'll see when the video comes out, I have balanced formats to hopefully help me achieve this much better. Realistically, I know I'm not going to read 100%, 70 seems a reasonable goal to aim for. Then my next one is to read, this is a new one, guys, for 2024, is to read at least 15% non-fiction. I have not had a non-fiction kind of goal over the last few years, but like I said, 2023 was a little bit different. I bumped up my non-fiction, and in the end, I was double checking, I ended up with 19%, which is like my highest ever in a year. Guys, Storygraph, again, you know, gives you this information without you having to work it out, so recommend. So I want to try and it to be at least 15%. I do enjoy non-fiction. I got into it a little bit more last year, like I said, and I just think just to have a little bit more of a balanced kind of readingness. That isn't a word, but you know what I mean, like balanced reading genres, types of books. We want to balance it a little bit more in 2024. Then I want to read at least from 12 different countries. So guys, on my channel, if you've not seen, I am doing the Read Around the World challenge. This is obviously going to take me several years because I want to read a book from every single country in the world. I will obviously read more than one from each country, but this means at least 12 will be ticked off. This is obviously the easiest year since I'm starting from scratch, so there will be none ticked off, so I should hopefully achieve 12. That means 1 a month. And currently on my January TBR, I have 5 different countries because, you know, first month, so 12 seems really achievable, hopefully. But you know, it's nice to have that goal. I did originally think continent, but I mentioned this in that video that with each continent there are always at least a couple of countries that it's going to take me a little bit longer to kind of find and figure out a book to read, because, you know, translation, because not everything gets translated obviously into English, and maybe just to actually source it, it will exist, it might be not so easy just to get a hold of, etc. So that is why we didn't go with continent. Maybe next year, because I would have hopefully, you know, done good chunks. We'll see what happens, but that's what I'm aiming for this year. Then, if possible, I would like to read at least 3 books from the 100 books list. Again, did a video recently on my channel where I revisited the poster I had for the 100 books to read. Scored off a few more, but I want to try and read 3 of those this year. Should be easy. Some of the, you know, there's at least one of them that features us on my 24 and 24, and there's a couple that people have told me that are short ones, so should hopefully take them off. I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try. We'll see at the end of the year where I get to on this one. And then the last one in terms of like my reading goals is to read at least 4 out of 6 of my self-destruct TBR. Now I know the goal is obviously to read all of them, but if I read at least 4, guys, we have to be realistic here. Again, this was a video that was done on my channel not too long ago, so go and check that out to see what those 6 books that I want to try and read before the end of 2024. Okay guys, so let's just go to like channel goals. Now, just a general, I would love to grow. Now last year I didn't do a number, I can't remember the year before, but I found not having a number set is best because it's something that's really out of your hands. It's something really out of your hands. There's not much you can do if people don't hit subscribe, if your videos aren't being seen, you know, it's a very difficult one for you to actually be able to do anything for. So I just want to grow my channel more than it has done. There's quite a few newbies that subscribed to me over the last, well, less than a month, the last few weeks, and thanks to Your True Shelf, go and check out her channel if you haven't. She featured me on her booktubers video where she shared a whole bunch of different booktubers to go and check out and follow, so thank you to her and to all of you that have hit subscribe from that. So I have had a decent amount of growth before the end of 2023, which is great. Hopefully I'll keep posting content that you all love and more of you will join this lovely little corner of booktube here. Then I want to post consistently, guys, at least 1 video per week. There were times last year where this was very hit or miss, or I didn't post on the days I should have, and it was a little bit messy. So I want to try and stick to 1 day, at least a week where I post. It's either going to be Wednesday or Sunday. I'm not 100% settled on which day is best. I do have quite a few videos to film and get up in the next few weeks, so it's going to be a little bit more. I'm going to try and see which day works better. It might be Sunday that does better, it might be Wednesday, and I'll choose one of those, and that will be the date that it is consistently. I will allow from time to time myself to take breaks. I took a few little breaks during last year, and it does help because, you know, if I don't have a break, my creativity is going to go down, content is not going to be as good, and it's not going to be as great for you guys. So we're going to try and keep posting great content in 2024. The other channel goal I want to use is use the community tab more. It's something that I haven't used that much, and I kind of want to use it to interact with all of you a little bit more in a different way, the usual videos and comments, just sharing other bookish stuff, you know, maybe sharing a video, also like sharing other booktubers videos to check out, because there's so many great content out there and maybe you don't know about them, so I would love to do that. Okay, now we're doing like social media type goals. Again, I'm not aiming for numbers because you just never know, out of your control. You might have something that goes viral and gets crazy subscribers. You might not go viral because, let's face it doesn't happen that often, and you don't really grow that much. But I want to be able to grow on my Bookstagram channel, and my Bookstagram channel, that isn't not my Bookstagram account, again, Sunshine Lorena Books, go and check it out. And post consistently on there as well, because I've been very hit or miss. At least once a week I want to post, do a mixture between kind of a reel and a video, take back and forth. We'll see. I want to post more about books that I've been reading in a quick little review, because it's really easy to do, guys, and I've just been lazy, so I'd like to do that. I would like to grow on TikTok. Again, TikToks, reels, and also YouTube shorts. YouTube shorts can be like, they could be posted across the 3. So it's not really that difficult if I'm doing a reel, a TikTok, you know, repeating content on different platforms, because not everyone follows you on the same platform. So I want to do that a little bit more. So yeah, kind of post consistently on both of those platforms with at least 1 post a week, whether it be video format or a photo. So we are going to try and do that. So that's like kind of the bookish goals. Very briefly, life goal: sit the exam for the qualification and pass it, guys. for my work one, so hopefully keep your fingers crossed, guys, that I will do it. I will be doing a lot of studying. So if you have reading sprints, let me know down below, because I'll probably use them to study from time to time and have those little breaks in between just to like refresh. Even if I'm not reading, just being around bookish content might help me. I just want to be healthier in 2024, so eating a healthier diet, exercising a little bit more. I don't have any specific weight goal or anything, I just want to be healthier, because like the end of 2023 was not that healthy. I hurt my ankle in September and then kind of stopped going to the gym, so I just want to be a little bit more consistent, exercise regularly, eat a good diet, but you know, sometimes have those sweet treats, the stuff that I want to eat, you know, because life is only one, guys, it's only one. And just be a little bit better with my Italian. This is probably going to be more the second half of the year, because like, you know, there's only so much studying my brain can take, but just be a little bit better. Maybe read one book in Italian. It's not a goal in here because I didn't achieve that last year. We don't need the extra pressure. And yeah, that is it, guys. Let me know what your top goal of 2024 is. Let me know if you have any similar goals. If there's anything you think will help me with my goals, please let me know again in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you don't want to miss any more content from me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.